Hello yogis, welcome back to the yoga clinic. My name is Becca. I am a psychiatrist and a yoga teacher, and so I really love to combine the two. I think that they go really well together, the fields of mental health and the study of yoga. Yoga is one of the oldest documented methods of finding emotional well-being, essentially, finding enlightenment. I think emotional well-being comes well before enlightenment, obviously, but it is a requirement. So I feel like the ancient yogis had a lot to teach us as modern, as Westerners, about consciousness and how to work with difficult thoughts, difficult emotions. And so I like to bring all of that into my classes and combine them with more modern approaches to psychotherapy as well. So I like to make sure that these classes honor emotional well-being as one of the goals, and also physical well-being because we are doing a physical practice. And making sure that these things are all informed by science, and making sure, hopefully, that they're very applicable to you, probably someone like me living in the modern world, struggling with a lot of stress and expectation and oftentimes confusion. So this class is for me just as much as it is for you, and I hope that it resonates with you. Thank you for being here. Today we're going to do a class that really emphasizes mental well-being. It's going to be relaxing. If you want a harder class that honors specific emotions, I actually have a playlist for that where I have yoga that honors working with anger, self-loathing, things like that. So you can check that out in the link in this video. So we're going to start today in a seated position that's comfortable for you, and we're going to stay low to the ground the whole time. You won't need any props for class today. Allow the hands to rest in your lap gently. You might take one hand on top of the other and maybe the thumbs touch. Letting the eyes close down. Or you can keep them open if it feels unsafe for any reason to close your eyes. And just begin by noticing what's going on here now. When you boil it all down, meditation really is that. It's just awareness of what's happening right now. So much of our suffering comes from our identification with our thoughts. Feeling like our thoughts dictate what we have to do, who we need to like, what we think of ourselves, what we think about the world. It can cause a lot of problems for us. True liberation comes when we realize that we're more than our thoughts. The thoughts come and go automatically. That's just what our minds do, our default mode network in our brains. That's what it does. So it's just doing our job, and then to be truly free from them, can you sit back and just watch that all happen without becoming involved in the storyline? And I think a lot of the cognitive approaches to psychotherapy today, CBT, DBT, if you've heard of them, are really helpful for challenging thoughts, for their validity. And yet I feel the best place to start in this quest of emotional wellness is to realize that the thoughts are not who we are. To step back and just give ourselves a rest from the thoughts altogether. And if you're new to meditation, new to yoga, this might feel very far away for you. That's okay. Just meeting yourself where you are today. Good. I didn't introduce my dog, Snow. She also struggles with anxiety, so bear with her if she cries a little during the class. We are doing our best. Let's come gently into a child's pose. When you're ready, You can take the knees out wide or the knees together, whatever feels most comfortable for you. Sitting the hips back onto the heels. And if there's any discomfort in the ankles, you can take a block in between the thighs or under the butt to sit on, and that's going to take a little weight out of the feet. The arms can be forward, or you can sweep them back to rest the shoulders. When you get there, take a breath in through your nose and sigh gently out of the mouth. Allowing your whole spine to relax. And bringing the awareness onto your back body. Just a broad awareness of the entire back body breathing. And if the mind begins to jump up into thinking, doing your best to just notice that and gently, gently return the awareness back to the back body. And you can do that to infinity. There is no limit to the amount of times that you will need to do this. And this is the practice of meditation. Just this drawing back, drawing back, drawing back. And that's how we become truly present. Sometimes it's helpful to utilize labeling so that whenever there's a thought, maybe it's something to do, maybe it's an opinion, whatever it is, just label it as thinking. And then it becomes the great equalizer, knowing that no thought has more weight than another. No thought is either good or bad. It's just a thought. Thinking, thinking. And then returning to our awareness in the back body, breathing. We'll spend just a few more moments here. And then crawling forward onto the belly, we will take a back bending posture. This is going to be called Sphinx. If you have practiced Vinyasa yoga before, it's the same posture. The elbows are in towards the body. They don't have to be all the way under the shoulders. Forearms are parallel, fingers are spreading open. And then you can position the elbows farther away from you to make this a little gentler, or to target maybe more of the upper back. Or elbows in towards you to target more of the mid-back. Let the shoulders roll open, let the chest fall through the gate of the arms, and let your lower back be soft. In this posture, can you adjust the awareness to now the space across your heart? Breathing. Feeling what the breath in and out does to this area. Noticing how it feels. Human beings have, on average, about 50,000 thoughts a day. 50,000. And around half of those are thoughts that we've already had and are repeated. if we were to obey every thought that we had, it would be truly exhausting. If we were to believe every story that every thought told, it would probably be very confusing. Relief from this stress, this anxiety or depression, relieving this need to identify with our thoughts can be such a relief. Taking a step back to assess all thoughts. As simply thinking. What is left over when you disengage with your thoughts? Who are you then? What are you? We'll spend just a few more moments here, staying calm, staying steady. And then walking the hands forward, taking the forehead down to rest on top of the hands. Pressing the hips back into your child's pose. We'll just be here for about a minute. You might try different variation with the legs, maybe knees together this time. Maybe arms extended forward, up to you. You are safe here. You can relax. Slowly begin to draw your way back up. And then cross at the ankles, sit behind the feet. So taking the legs out in front of you, we'll find a butterfly pose. Soles of the feet together, knees out wide. Hands can rest on your arches, or maybe you take them forward slightly. We're going to fold forward here, just as much as you need, want, as much as feels good. Let this yoga practice be about nurturing yourself, giving back. Giving yourself just this little break from needing to be a certain way. Just for now, it's okay just to be as you are, exactly as you are. Slowly build your way back up. Draw the knees together, and we'll lie down. All the way down onto the back. Stretching the arms overhead and reaching the legs out in front. And then drawing the arms and the legs over to the left, both of them, making a half moon shape with the body. And to deepen this, you'll lift the right leg and stack it on top of the left. And then you can turn your gaze over the right shoulder. So this posture is called banana asana, or banana pose. And here we will feel the belly breathing, the rise and fall of the belly. What is that like for you? Just exploring all sensation in the belly. And noticing what comes up. For some of us, this is a very vulnerable, tender place. So placing the awareness on this area can bring up emotion. Being tender with whatever arises and knowing that it's okay not to know exactly what it means or where it's coming from. Just allowing it to express itself. Holding it here in your tender awareness. Coming back through center, we'll stretch the arms overhead, uncross the legs and stretch long, and then taking the other side. Option to gaze over your right or your left shoulder here. And again, returning the awareness to the belly. And when you're ready, taking the arms overhead, we'll uncross the legs. And then draw your knees into your chest. Give the knees a big squeeze. And filling this whole body with awareness now. Toes to the head. And release into your Shavasana shape, whatever that shape is for you today. And allowing the awareness to soften a little, to just relax now. Just let the mind do what it wants to do. Yogis, thank you so much for being here with me today. If you enjoyed class, I would love to hear what parts of it especially resonated. And please subscribe to my channel. It enables me to continue to do these types of classes for you. It's an honor to be with you on your journey. And I look forward to seeing you again next time in the yoga clinic.